After first gaining media attention thanks to her father, the late Senator John McCain, Meghan McCain made her name as a co-host on The View until July 2021. But looking that good on TV sure doesn't come cheap. Here's what the former host shelled out for that camera-ready fashion.
Don't mess with Meghan McCain. I mean, this is a weapon.
Just about everyone loves a classic button-down, and as it turns out, so does Meghan McCain, according to a June 2021 episode of the show. At first glance, the top looked like a simple striped button-down, but thanks to the eagle eye of Worn on TV, we found out the details on this low-key stunner. It's the Ruxton striped cotton blend shirt from Lafayette 148. The line is built with the modern woman in mind, featuring sizes ranging from petite to plus. McCain's top, specifically, featured a little bit of stretch for comfort and was detailed with thoughtful touches like oversized cuffs and a cute patch pocket. All of this sounds great until we get to the price, a cool $448. And yes, that's just for the shirt. But with McCain estimated to be worth roughly $10 million herself, it seems that's just the drop in the bucket price you have to pay for that TV host life. As one of the most iconic fashion houses in the world, Dolce Gabbana is a favorite of many a fashion-conscious celebrity, and it's one of McCain's go-to brands as well. The View host explained exactly why she loves the line, telling Harper's Bazaar, "They appreciate a woman's shape. I'm a curvy girl, and if a label makes a beautiful cut that looks good on my body, then I'm going to love you." And thanks to Spottern, we know exactly which look fit McCain like a glove. The star opted for a Dolce & Gabbana silk floral pencil skirt for the show, featuring just the right amount of color. It's made of a stretch silk that's designed for style and comfort. And with the high-waisted design and a mid-length cut, it's perfect for both the office and a night out. But of course, in order to rock the look when it was fresh on the scene, McCain had to shell out nearly $1,000. It appears that floral skirts are a thing for this star, so you know we're here to cop her favorites.
It's liberating to be a woman that can do this on TV.
Having stunned with her share of public appearances, Meghan McCain definitely knows the power of a jaw-dropping look. And while she hasn't existed in the same spotlight as her mom, Cindy McCain, who came under fire for wearing a $300,000 outfit on the 2008 campaign trail, according to Vanity Fair, Meghan has certainly proven that she can dress to impress. And as Worn on TV reported, one of Meghan's notable fashion moments came when she rocked the appropriately named Tess Ruffle denim button-down by Veronica Beard. The chambray top featured a delicate ruffle trim with snap details along the collar and cuffs. McCain chose the look to argue her perspective on the show at the time, to the tune of a low-key $275 for that country chic look. Nothing screams sophistication like a designer knit. No, we said designer knit. And McCain clearly got the memo, stunning in a gorgeous fitted knit pullover by beloved designer to the stars Carolina Herrera. According to Spottern, McCain wore the sweater on a May 2019 episode of The View, but she had already been vocal about the fashion house in the past, once detailing her love of designers who cater to curves, in a conversation with Harper's Bazaar. But while McCain clearly looked bold and beautiful in the sweater, pairing it with subtle stud earrings and her signature straight, sleek hair, this cozy designer look doesn't come cheap. Clocking in at $690 to be exact, this is definitely sweater weather for the rich and fabulous. Blazers are the obvious cool girls of the clothing world. From cropped to oversized to business and casual, most of us know there's a jacket for every occasion.
I'm never interested in preaching to the already converted.
McCain has definitely dipped her toe into the blazer pool, telling Harper's Bazaar that the look was one of her favorites for the show. She told the outlet, "When I'm on camera, I always go with a blazer. I have a whole area of my closet that's dedicated to them. Rebecca Minkoff, Michael Kors, Elizabeth and James, and many others. I like the open neck, which draws the eyes up and makes people look at your face." And it's clear money is no option for McCain when it comes to looking her best on camera. As noted by Worn on TV, her up-collar Dickie jacket by Veronica Beard cost her a sweet $545, and McCain's black and white checker Tasha jacket by Beard put her out roughly $595. And last but certainly not least, her Miller Dickie jacket by the designer cost a whopping $695. If the jacket makes the woman, this star means business. One thing fans really enjoy about McCain's sense of style is that she's not afraid to have a little fun. And while she may be playing around with an upscale budget and covering the hottest topics in the news cycle, she certainly doesn't skimp on a cheery look once in a while. Case in point, McCain's kitty puff sleeve cardi by Alice and Olivia. Having worn the knit on the show, the puff sleeves and bow positively popped off the screen. As loyalists to the label know, Alice and Olivia is a self-described girls' girl brand, which makes sense given the feminine nature of this particular look. McCain topped off the sweet cardi with a sleek updo and pearl earrings. Of course, you probably won't be surprised that this ensemble cost a pretty penny. According to Worn on TV, the sweater itself set McCain back $395. There may be no more effortless style than the shirt dress. Who doesn't want to look chic while feeling totally comfortable? It appears McCain was certainly feeling those vibes when she sported a gorgeous shirt dress by the high-end British designer Hobbs London on the show. The Clarice shirt dress featured a gorgeous black and white print with a classic collared neckline, and McCain accessorized hers with braids and stud earrings. We don't know if McCain had plans to go out in the dress after the show, but if she wore the look out on the town, we're sure she was turning heads. While this dress isn't exactly tipping the scales on price, it's certainly an investment work piece at $270. Trendy designer patterns come and go, and while animal prints may cycle in and out of style, if there's one thing for sure, it's that they're always going to come back. And that was definitely the case for McCain when she turned to Lafayette 148 for the Scotty Spot print silk shirt. According to Spottern, McCain wore the gorgeous top in a 2020 episode of The View, pairing it with heels, a printed skirt, and a low pony, and looking effortlessly chic for an on-air wedding. Oh, and we should probably mention that just the blouse cost her nearly $600. In some cases, you could probably skip the top and sponsor an actual animal at your local zoo with that kind of money. But while McCain does enjoy spending time out in the wild, her taste for exotic prints extends just to the back of her closet. There's a dress for any occasion, whether you're going out for coffee, running errands, attending a wedding, or co-hosting The View. Okay, we know that the last option isn't really a thing for all of us, but it was a moment for McCain when she rocked one particular dress on the show. It was the mini print bow neck A-line dress by Ricky Freeman for Teri Jon, according to Worn on TV, and the look was stunning. With a high neck and blouse-on sleeves, its A-line cut hit at a flattering knee length. Of course, the price tag flatters those with deep pockets, and at $580, it's no wonder McCain was serving up total boss in this look. At a glance, a barely there print can read just like any other top, but a subtle print can add depth, volume, and interest to any outfit. And that's just what happened when McCain rocked the Dale Zebra Jacquard top by Lafayette 148, a designer which has clearly found a home in her wardrobe. With a split neckline and bell sleeves, the low-key top brought that timeless fashion. McCain went a little bolder with her accessories, with a hoop earring this time, and loose waves in her hair. The entire look just oozed classic chic. And at nearly $700, the top was clearly the star of the show.
Are we on TV?
An obvious go-to for Meghan McCain, a well-tailored blazer works for everything from long days on set to red carpet events and appearances. And while she is admittedly a total fan of this particular style of outwear, there was one textured look that stood out from the rest, and not just because of its $650 price tag. It was the Kenzie tweed blazer by fashion house L'Agence, which McCain wore to an April 2021 episode of The View. She paired the gorgeous pink and ivory tone blazer with stud earrings and one of her signature high ponytails, and the entire look just exuded classy, fun, and flirty. While the designer typically mixes California casual with Paris chic for a signature blend that's all its own, we think this look perfectly suits McCain's stylish on-air personality, with maybe a little nod to her off-duty sense of play. Now a proud mom to her adorable daughter, Liberty Bell, who was born in 2020, we're sure McCain is enjoying seeing the world through the eyes of a kid again, and wearing the fashion to prove it. If you had any doubts by this point, McCain clearly knows how to step out in a gorgeous jacket. And while this probably won't be the last time McCain ever rocks a blazer, it is the final time the look appears on our list. And this on-trend style comes in the form of the Miller double-breasted blazer by Veronica Beard. We know you're not surprised to see this designer again. The gorgeous green jacket looks stunning against McCain's flawless skin, and she paired the sleek look with a white tee, fresh makeup, and loose, easy waves. According to Revolve, the blazer's got a little stretch, and is also very lightweight, and it's a huge step up from the blazer looks of the past, with their wide, boxy cuts and overwhelming shoulders. Instead, this look is tailored, fitted, breathable, and totally wearable, but it also hasn't totally pieced out on the looks of the 80s. Shoulder pads, we see you. While it is truly a standout piece, we can see why McCain dropped $695 to make it work. Okay, McCain isn't just about blazers, we promise. She puts thought and cold hard cash into every element of her look. And along with her stunning blouses and eye-catching skirts, McCain certainly isn't afraid to make a statement with an accessory or two. As noted by The Wrap, McCain has been spotted in hairdos that might make you think of Princess Leia or characters from Bridgerton. But let's be honest, no matter how out there her hairstyles might be, she totally pulls them off. It's McCain's unabashed confidence that sells her outfits and her overall aesthetic. And to top off a list of spendy wardrobe staples, we're rounding things out with a headband that will have you seeing double, or in this case, triple digits.
I got a lot. I mean, the most grief I've ever gotten for anything in my entire life.
According to Worn on TV, McCain was pure fashion all the way to the top of her head with a pearl and velvet headband by Lele Sadoughi. She was serving up political commentator Princess with the look, which featured a velvet band adorned with faux pearls. And if you think she snatched it up at Claire's, you're about $150 off. And for that price, we'd be wearing this pearly statement piece everywhere we went, and in all the different colors. While Meghan McCain is knocking down the doors in politics, repping body positivity and entertainment, and shattering the glass ceiling wherever she goes, she's doing it all with a sense of style that's bold, fashion-forward, fun, and totally all her own. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite TV hosts are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.